Welcome back. Knowledge gained through military experience can be invaluable, especially in this region. Our next guest has more than 20 years in the Army, including deployments during Operation Desert Storm and Iraq. Now she helps others market themselves in their post-military careers. She has most recently grown from a one-woman consulting firm to an employee-oriented multi-million-dollar firm. And she joins us now with some of the secrets to her success. We welcome Tabatha Turman, founder, president, and CEO of Integrated Finance and Accounting Solutions, an award-winning government contracting and consulting firm. Tabatha, welcome. You have several rules of the road that you had to learn the hard way, but now you want to share with others, starting with, if you have skills that you gained from the military, use them to identify those skills for your next job.
That's absolutely correct. A lot of people get out of the military and they just don't know what to do when they want to start a business. Why not start with doing what you know how to do and what the military has taught you, whether it's information technology management, financial management, or human resources. Start with what you know and then build on those capabilities when you expand the business. So
you were a finance officer in the Army, even though you had to go to some pretty dangerous places to do it. And one of the things you also quickly went about doing was connecting those relationships that you made in the military, your commanding officers, your supervisors who knew your work ethic. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The first thing that I did when I started the business was go back to those relationships that I had built over the years in the military. Some of them had went to Fortune 500 companies. They were working for the federal government. If I needed to get to a client and they were working for that client, I would go to them and say, hey, go tell them how good I was in the military.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Absolutely.
But then you also say, don't be afraid to admit your weaknesses and build your core. And by that you mean hire people who make up for the things you don't do well.
Absolutely, and that's the first thing that I did. I reinvested profit back into the company to build on my weaknesses.
I thought that was interesting. You say build it up within the company, don't always contract out.
Absolutely. We have in-house HR, a weakness of mine. I know military HR, but civilian HR has a lot more rules. So we had to get HR, that was first. We had to get accounting. We had to get on-site recruiters. That was very important when building the business.
And one thing that's particular to the military that I especially find interesting in what you teach others is you have to disabuse them of that notion of always following orders. If you're the CEO or if you're in a management position, you have to be the one with the vision. And you say, don't let it be an obstacle that you're intimidated by rank. You say in the civilian world, it's a much more level playing field where people who might have been your commander in the military world are ranking right beside you in the business world.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, I've interviewed generals before. Okay.
For jobs.
For jobs, and I didn't make the rank of general. But you can't be intimidated at the interview.
But come on, you must have been a little intimidated interviewing a general. So what did you do, or you just truly weren't?
Absolutely not. And at the end of the interview, I had to give him some advice. When you go in to look for a job, you can't. You have to kind of humble yourself. You may have commanded 1,000 troops, but right now we just want you to lead a team of 10. So
you told him that.
Absolutely.
Did he get the job?
No, we didn't hire him.
But he learned a lot, and I'm sure he got the next one.
He did.
Another place where you talk about don't let your mental obstacles stop you, or for women. You were a busy mom with a young child when you, in both services, you had young children, and well, throughout your career, and now you juggle being a working mom with many different philanthropic activities. You tell women it's never too late to get out there.
Absolutely, it's never too late to get out and follow your dreams, even with small children. Again, you have to know how to balance and know where you're weak at. It's okay to have a nanny. It's okay to hire help. If you can't cook dinner 5 nights a week, find out where you can order in. But you have to be able to balance, but don't put your dreams to the side. You can find a way to do it all.
Any mistakes you made, you learned the hard way? We got to wrap, but I'm curious.
I have. I didn't get advice early. I should have had an advisory board from day one. I have a lot of hard knocks. I learned the hard way, but I try not to make the same mistake twice.
And certainly a huge success now. Thanks so much for joining us and sharing the secrets to your success.
Thank you.
And please stay with us because we'll be right back with some closing notes.